Hi, hello, good morning. Welcome to today's session. We started our discussion from the uh, next chapter from civics part, that is understanding secularism. So, before discussing further about the chapter, so today I would like to forward third open book assessment to you people through the WhatsApp groups. So, do follow your sincerity in attending the question. Question paper actually it consists very short answer type questions which carries 1 mark, and some questions are mainly of multiple choice questions where you need to select best suitable answer from the given options, and some questions are of fill in the blanks and identifying or stating yourself whether the given statement is true or false. So, after completing the question paper solving, so keep yourself updating the records which you need to maintain and which you need to produce once the school is going to be reopened. Then let us continue our discussion to the chapter understanding secularism. So in the previous session we discussed about an introduction to the chapter. So in history, in the past events which are taken, so many such events describes us that mainly the incidents or the events made us to feel, experience some one or the other way that people are mainly discriminated, excluded, prosecuted and tortured on the grounds of religion. So present we people are living and leading our life in a civilized society, and we feel that discrimination of the people on the grounds of religion, it's not in favor to describe ourselves as the responsible citizens or people living in the civilized society. Then, so once we go on thinking about these kind of discrimination of the people on the grounds of religion, so definitely one or the other way we goes on thinking about, is there any solutions to solve the possible problem which may arise, the discrimination of the people on the grounds of religion or religious factor. So hence Indian constitution it always upholds about the values which upholds, highlights treating, accepting, respecting all the religion and all the religious beliefs equally in the same common society. One such principle, one such value that our constitution is going to be upholding, it is secularism. Then what is secularism exactly, or what does secularism refers to? So secularism is mainly refers to the separation of religion from the state. So secularism is policy or it's a principle or it's an idea which clearly explains, states, describes that no religion to be treated as official religion or no religion to be given recognition as official religion or national religion. So Indian constitution and different laws which are embedded in our constitution, they makes every individual to have their own freedom to live by their own religious beliefs, religious practices, religious faith and religious oriented or religious related matters. So India has adopted a strategy, various such means and measures of separating the powers of religion and the powers of the state. So let us continue. Why it is important to separate religion from the state? Why religions to be separated from the state? State here in the sense, no need to get understand, no need to get confused yourself. State we are speaking in terms of nation or in terms of administrative matters, not in terms of what we are thinking as a state in the form of particular region or regional identity like Karnataka, Maharashtra, Goa and others. Now, first region can be quoted, or first region we can quote. Religion need to be separated from the state in order to establish, in order to adopt proper functioning of democracy. So democracy or democratic form of government always assures, always upholds the equal preference of all the adults, all the people. So democracy or democratic government itself, it mainly states that it's a rule of people. So once the people are given importance, highlighted on the grounds of religion, then there may be possible situations may arise where people can give importance to their own respective religious and religious identities. That's why religious matters or religion need to be separated from the state. Then second reason, religion need to be separated from the state because in order to reduce, in order to prohibit, in order to control, in order to prevent the domination of one religion over the other religion, one religion over the other religion. So no religion should express his dominance, his power. There a kind of implementing rules, regulations or impositions on other religion. So if it is given importance, then there is possible chances to dominate one religion over the other religion. So if the religion is mainly consisting majority number of population or majority number of people, then majority concept itself may dominate on the minority group of people belonging to the other religion. Then the elected representative, one who is taking responsibility in implementing, in assuring various administrative services and facilities to the people, and he belonging to the religion which forms the majority, he may give a preference only to his religion or only to his religious dominance. He may forget, he may neglect, he may even not expressing, not coming forward to take the consideration of other religion which is in minority. So that's why in order to prohibit, in order to reduce, in order to control one religion's dominance over the other religion, so religion need to be separated from the state. Then third one, religions need to be separated from the state in order to protect the freedom of individual. Protect the freedom of individual. So Indian Constitution assures fundamental right to every individual. So third fundamental right, it is right to freedom of religion. So right to freedom of religion clearly states, explains, suggests that all the individuals are having their own right to follow, practice, propagate and have their faith on religion of their own choice. Their own choice. Once the people are coming forward to express their religious beliefs or thoughts, it should not be disturbed, or it should not be denied by other people belonging to other religious groups. So, in order to protect the freedom of individuals to live, to exist from their own religion and embrace their other religion, embrace in the sense respect the other religion, and to have freedom of interpret religious teachings differently. So, for these three reasons, we need to understand religions need to be separated from the state. Then, what is Indian secularism? So, whether India is a secular state? If it is yes, how India is secular state? Or what are the measures that India and Indian Constitution is given to describe or to highlight that it is giving importance to secular policies and to describe it as secular nation. So about that we will discuss in tomorrow's session. Until then, take care of yourself, stay at home, stay safe. Thank you one and all.